Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Harmon Smith Show. And apparently, Zelda is woke because she's a girl now. Ooh, we all know that Zelda was a boy. Ooh, it's called The Legend of Zelda after all. But to be serious here, this is a reoccurring thing we see with each and every one of these Nintendo movies. We saw this with Super Mario Bros. We saw this with Super Mario Galaxy, and we're seeing it now with The Legend of Zelda, where everybody is sitting there complaining about the female lead doing anything, right? Going into this, we were told that like Nintendo's going to hire a man to play Zelda. Like there were all these conspiracies, and the sources were all just bloggers, and there was nothing to it. It was clearly just an attempt to astroturf some no-name actor and make him popular and talked about. But instead, what ended up happening is that Nintendo grifter channels, people like Screw Attack, people like not Screw Attack, people like Side Scrollers, Clownfish TV, all of them like really just screamed about it to like the high heavens about something that was like obviously not going to happen, and yeah, we are seeing a repeat of that with this situation. We are not safe. Wait for the girl boss trope. Like she's literally a princess who tells Link what to do. Like I don't know what to expect from you, right? like, like no, she's a girl boss because she gives Link insights on the situation and what he needs to do. Like what are you talking about? Wait for the girl boss trope. Like what are you talking about? Zelda's been proactive in these games for years now, and you're seeing people complain about it. Like it's really interesting because I've already seen people like point to the Wind Waker ending as an example of just how like contrived this is. Like Zelda's never done anything. She's only shot Ganon with the like come on. Judging by the Mario movie, Zelda is, without a doubt, going to girl boss the shit out of this movie. Even in these photos, it looks like she's the hero and Link is her sidekick. Well, considering the movie's named after her, I would hope that she's in it quite a lot. I think the saving grace of the duo might lie in the fact that Zelda is already the princess. Let's see. It's going to be harder to subvert that narrative. Our standards are so low now that we're clapping for them not casting a Zoot as Zelda. Not pictured is when she nails a tiny target from 800 yards after the photo, despite it being her first time shooting a bow, and then turns to Link with a challenging smirk. I mean, she's a pretty good shot, though. Like, let's be real. Like, apparently, Hunter wasn't even a suggestion or nomination. Someone literally just started some fuck ass rumor, and the media grabbed onto it like some DEI miracle. Hunter was never going to cast. It wasn't even a rumor. It was literally Redditors in comment sections a couple of years ago who started it. So, yeah, don't be too happy too soon. You've yet to see the rest of the cast or the storyline synopsis or anything. Yes, they didn't cast that one dude, but by no means are they out of the woods yet. Why? Like, why do they think that like this movie is going to be compromised? Like there's this like pervasive narrative that like Nintendo is complicit, Nintendo is woke, and yet like we've kind of already seen that at the bare minimum, they haven't done what everyone else does and race swap the main characters. Okay, like what are you talking about? The set look good, the actors look good. Like, what's the issue? You are literally complaining about something that we haven't heard about yet. You are speculating about like this ridiculous thing. This is why I can't stand Reddit. This is why I can't stand the community is that it's nothing but complaining about Nintendo when other corporations like do a lot worse. Like you were complaining about this when The Last of Us season 2 is right across the table. It had that weird chick as Ellie, that ugly like mongoloid pudgy, like I don't know what the fuck she was, but like you had that, you had like all the weird subversive narratives in The Last of Us that were prevalent in the original games, and then you're gonna turn around and like scream about this more. I'll go so far as to say I have already seen more people complain about the Zelda movie than I have seen about The Last of Us, and it is something that I do think fans need to address, that like this is something that should be ignored. I don't want to hear it. Okay, the anti woke grift is over. It's done. There's nothing keeping it afloat anymore. There's no reason. My issue with this, from a conceptual level. Like, they really do seem as if they're against the idea of the female lead doing anything at all. They're against the idea of like the movie taking creative liberties or doing things a certain way or having Zelda play a prominent role in, her own movie. It is like it is laughable how these people try and pass themselves off as hardcore fans when in actuality they're already getting exposed as grifters. And I have to wonder just how long this is going to continue, because with the Mario movie, like this continued until like well after release. You saw a lot of major critics try and write off the Super Mario Bros. Movie allegedly because it was woke, because Princess Peach was girl bossing her way through the entire movie, and yet, like, nobody thought that. Nobody thought that. It was a perfectly reasonable characterization. Like, it's ridiculous, I think, how many people are like adamant about like, no, 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 like woke communist subversives are doing everything they can to undermine these characters. And like, Nintendo owns the characters. They control everything about the movie. They control the casting. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? I just find it embarrassing that these people are so desperate to take massive L's to the point where they have to make stuff up. It's just embarrassing. Why don't you go and play actual video games, you casuals? Kirby Air Riders is coming out tonight. That looks good. Like, you are absolutely embarrassing yourselves with your actions, how you're conducting yourselves, how you're treating other creators, and just how you're spurging about this instead of talking about Hideo Kojima and what he's been doing. Who he's been casting. Oh, by the way, he casted that dude who was supposed to be playing Zelda in his game. So yeah, haven't heard a peep about that. Like, there's so much here that needs to be addressed. But like, my main thing is that like everything we've seen about this movie looks great. It looks way better than Lord of the Rings. Like, this is going to be a fantastic film, and what you're seeing now is the gaming community is doing everything they possibly can to downplay it. Right? It is embarrassing how desperate they are, and it does need to be addressed and called out that these people cannot be taken seriously. They cannot be respected. They have to be called out for what they're doing. This is completely unacceptable, and we need to keep up the push to drive these people into the dirt.